First real mountain stage of this year's race, with climb after climb facing the peloton. It'll be a climb to the finish too, above Alicante, the first time a professional peloton has scaled it. There's some 8 kilometres at 6% average gradient, with the closing stretch even steeper still. Primož Roglič starts the day in the leader's red jersey, a day that's going to be a testing one for the riders. Just as Robert Gesink predicted, the start of the stage was keenly contested, with a number of breakaway attempts on the day's first climb, the Puerto La Llacuna. The peloton were having none of it though, and at the summit the favourites went over bunched together. It was down in the valley that a group of 6 pulled away. Stage 6 winner Magnus Cort Nielsen and Lotto Soudal's Harm van Heuke were among those involved. There was also a trio of Team DSM riders with Michael Storer, Thymen Arensman and Chris Hamilton, all trying to keep their team in the spotlight after Romain Bardet's fall altered their ambitions. A group of 24 riders set out to hunt down the lead group. There was plenty of quality in the chasing pack too. Bardet was in there, as were Roglic's Jumbo-Visma teammates Sepp Kuss and Sam Oomen. Former race leader Kenny Elissonde was also in the band of riders who must have felt they had a chance of claiming the day's spoils above Alicante. That group eventually caught the leaders before the second climb of the day, and with some 95 kilometres remaining, they had 2 minutes in hand on the peloton. Bardet seemed to have his sights set on the King of the Mountains jersey over the next 2 climbs. On the Puerto de Benalloba and Puerto de Tudons, the Frenchman came over the first climb in front and was headed only by Jan Pollans on the second. With 70 kilometres left, the gap was now up to 4 minutes. On the day's 4th climb, things started to heat up still more. Bardet and his DSM teammates sought to shake up and thin out the lead group, while in the peloton, Movistar's Alejandro Valverde led his team's attack. An attack that came to a sudden and painful end for the former world champion.
Oh, big crash of Valverde. A huge crash.
Fortunately, no major injuries for the 41-year-old veteran. Movistar still had Angel Lopez in contention, and he pushed on the tempo alongside Richard Carapaz and Roglic, while Bardet was also digging deep to sprint to the summit.
Here goes Romain Bardet now, as he heads towards the top of this mountain, looking for the maximum points at the King of the Mountains. Bardet takes it. Romain Bardet takes the maximum points. Another 5 points to the Frenchman.
Into the final 30 Ks, and Lawson Craddock's rapid descent had put him out in front, and the American was joined by Pavel Sivakov and Michael Storer. The trio quickly built a 40-second lead over the rest of the breakaway, with the final climb of the day, the Puerto de Tibi, looming some 13 kilometres from the finish. Craddock cracked though, leaving Movistar's Carlos Verona and Lotto Soudal's Andreas Kron to close down Storer and Sivakov. And with more than 4 minutes in hand on the peloton, the day's winner was sure to be one of that quartet. Four kilometres from the line, Kron couldn't stand the pace, as Verona, Sivakov and Storer duelled for victory, and it was the latter who had launched the decisive attack.
Here goes Michael Storer as he attacks again to try and win today's stage.
Back down the road, Adam Yates' burst broke up the chasing pack. Roglic, though, followed effortlessly, as did Egan Bernal, among others, as the group of favourites was trimmed to 7.
Michael Storer, the young Australian from Perth, is going to sit up and enjoy the win. His first Grand Tour win. It is Michael Storer who takes stage 7.
I think we really, to be honest, we really dominated the stage today. I'm so impressed with the guys. They were, I don't think we put one step wrong today. It was really an incredible team effort.
Storer winning a stage in his 4th Vuelta, and the Australian who'll join the Groupama FDJ team at the season's end, coming home ahead of Verona and Sivakov. In the overall standings, Roglic keeps the red jersey, but he's just 8 seconds ahead of Felix Grossschartner. No change in the points standings though, Jasper Philipsen still in the green jersey. Sivakov certainly had a busy day, and the points he took put him in the King of the Mountains jersey with Storer second and Bardet fourth. Bernal stays in the white jersey with a handy lead over Alexander Vlasov. Tomorrow's stage, 173 kilometres from Santa Pola to La Manga del Mar Menor. The stage looks ideal for the sprinters, though there could also be a chance for a long breakaway to take the honours.